The Asia-Pacific region is increasingly vital to the world. This region holds more than half of the global population. It boasts some of the fastest-growing economies. It encompasses crucial sea lanes for trade. To understand global trends, we must look at the Asia-Pacific. This region is a complex web of relationships. There are historical ties, economic partnerships, and military alliances. It's a region where power dynamics are constantly shifting. It encompasses a diverse range of cultures, political systems, and economic models. From the skyscrapers of Tokyo to the rice paddies of Vietnam, the region is a tapestry of contrasts. Understanding these nuances is crucial for effective diplomacy and engagement. The Asia-Pacific is at a crossroads. It faces challenges like territorial disputes and economic competition. Yet, it also holds immense potential. The region has a young and vibrant population. It is a hub for innovation and technological advancement. By fostering cooperation and understanding, the Asia-Pacific can navigate these challenges and achieve lasting peace and prosperity. The aim of this essay is to provide a clear and concise analysis of the geopolitical landscape of the Asia-Pacific region. We will delve into the key players, major issues, and global impacts, ultimately emphasizing the importance of collaborative solutions in this dynamic part of the world. China's rise as a global power is undeniable. Its economic growth has been nothing short of remarkable. This economic might translates into geopolitical influence. China is actively shaping the regional order. Its Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, is a prime example. This ambitious project aims to connect Asia, Africa, and Europe through infrastructure development. China's growing military strength is another factor shaping the region. It has modernized its armed forces. It is asserting its territorial claims in the South China Sea. This has led to tensions with neighboring countries. The United States sees China's rise as a challenge to its own hegemony. However, China's rise is not without challenges. It faces internal issues like income inequality and environmental degradation. It also grapples with a growing demographic crisis. These challenges could potentially hinder its future growth. Despite these challenges, China's influence in the Asia-Pacific is only expected to grow. It is already the largest trading partner for many countries in the region. Its cultural influence is also increasing. How China chooses to wield this power will have profound consequences for the entire world. The United States has been a dominant force in the Asia-Pacific since World War II. It maintains a strong military presence in the region. It has a network of alliances with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia. These alliances are crucial to America's strategic interests. They are seen as a bulwark against China's growing influence. The United States is also actively involved in regional economic initiatives. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, was a trade agreement aimed at countering China's economic clout. However, the United States withdrew from the TPP under the Trump administration. This move has raised questions about America's commitment to the region. Despite this, the United States remains a key player in the Asia-Pacific. It is promoting its Indo-Pacific strategy. This strategy aims to counter China's influence by strengthening partnerships with countries like India and Japan. The United States faces a delicate balancing act in the Asia-Pacific. It must maintain its strategic interests. It must also avoid escalating tensions with China. The future of the region will depend in part on how the United States navigates these complex dynamics. India is another major player in the Asia-Pacific. Its economy is growing rapidly. It has a large and young population. It is a nuclear-armed state. These factors make India a significant geopolitical player. India is actively strengthening its ties with countries in Southeast Asia. This is part of its Act East policy. India is also a key player in the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, or Quad. This is a strategic forum that includes the United States, Japan, and Australia. The Quad is seen as a way to counter China's growing influence. India's relationship with China is complex. The two countries have a long-standing border dispute. They are also economic rivals. However, they also cooperate on issues of mutual interest. India's role in the Asia-Pacific is still evolving. It has the potential to become a major power in the region. its strategic choices will have a significant impact on the regional balance of power. Section 5. Other players in the Pacific arena. While China, the United States, and India are major players, other countries also play significant roles. Japan, a technological powerhouse and U.S. ally, is crucial in regional security and economics. South Korea balances its U.S. alliance and economic ties with China. Australia aligns with U.S. policies, playing a vital role in regional stability. Southeast Asian nations like Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines are crucial players. They are located strategically and have growing economies. They assert their own interests in the region. These nations navigate a complex geopolitical landscape. Russia, with interests in the Arctic and Pacific, is another player to watch. Its relationship with China adds complexity to the region. The European Union has a vested interest in a stable Asia-Pacific. Its economic and diplomatic engagement is growing. Understanding these players is crucial for comprehending the Asia-Pacific dynamics. Section 6. Flashpoints, territorial disputes, and regional tensions. The Asia-Pacific is home to several territorial disputes. These disputes are potential flashpoints. They could escalate into conflict. The South China Sea is a major area of contention. China claims almost the entire sea. This brings it into conflict with countries like Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei. These countries also have claims in the South China Sea. The Taiwan Strait is another flashpoint. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province. It has vowed to reunify Taiwan with the mainland. The U.S. has a commitment to defend Taiwan. This makes the Taiwan Strait a potential trigger for conflict between the U.S. and China. The India-China border dispute is another source of tension. The two countries have a long history of mistrust. They have fought a war over their border in the past. There have been recent military standoffs between the two countries. This highlights the risk of conflict. These territorial disputes are complex and deeply rooted in history. They are also intertwined with issues of national pride and strategic rivalry. Resolving these disputes peacefully will require diplomacy, compromise, and a willingness to find mutually acceptable solutions. Section 7. Economic muscle, trade wars, and partnerships in the Asia-Pacific. The Asia-Pacific is a global economic powerhouse. It is home to some of the world's largest economies. The region is a major engine of global growth. However, economic rivalry is also a defining feature of the region. The U.S. China trade war is a prime example. The two countries have imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of each other's goods. This has disrupted global supply chains and slowed economic growth. Despite these tensions, there are also efforts to strengthen economic cooperation in the region. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP, is a free trade agreement between 15 Asia-Pacific countries. It is the world's largest trade bloc. RCEP aims to reduce tariffs, promote investment, and facilitate trade. The Asia-Pacific is also a key battleground for technological dominance. The U.S. and China are competing for leadership in areas like artificial intelligence, 5G, and quantum computing. This technological competition has implications for economic competitiveness and national security. The economic landscape of the Asia-Pacific is characterized by both cooperation and competition. Striking a balance between these two forces will be crucial for ensuring the region's continued economic prosperity. Section 8. Military maneuvers, the arms race, and strategic alliances. The Asia-Pacific is undergoing a military buildup. Countries are modernizing their armed forces. They are increasing their defense spending. This is driven by a number of factors, including territorial disputes, strategic rivalry, and a lack of trust. China's military modernization is a major concern for the U.S. and its allies. China's growing military capabilities are seen as a threat to the regional balance of power. In response to China's rise, the U.S. is strengthening its military alliances in the region. It is increasing arms sales to allies like Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. The U.S. is also conducting more military exercises in the region. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, plays a role in regional security. ASEAN promotes dialogue and cooperation on security issues. However, ASEAN's effectiveness is limited by its principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of member states. The increasing militarization of the Asia-Pacific is a worrying trend. It increases the risk of conflict. It also undermines trust and cooperation. Finding ways to manage military competition and reduce the risk of conflict is essential for regional stability. Section 9. A shared future. The importance of cooperation in the Asia-Pacific. The Asia-Pacific is a region of immense potential. It is home to a dynamic and growing population. It is a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship. However, the region also faces significant challenges. These include territorial disputes, economic rivalry, and military competition. Addressing these challenges will require cooperation, not conflict. Countries in the region must find ways to manage their differences peacefully. They must work together to address common challenges. This will require dialogue, diplomacy, and a commitment to finding mutually acceptable solutions. The Asia-Pacific is at a crossroads. The choices that countries make today will shape the region's future for generations to come. By choosing cooperation over conflict, the countries of the Asia-Pacific can create a more peaceful and prosperous future for all. What are your thoughts? How can countries in the Asia-Pacific work together to overcome their challenges? Share your views in the comments below.